This video is brought to you by...
It's showtime.
What's up? Tis I, your fearless leader, and right now, we got a comic book review. Before we get to all that, a certain movie has bombed poorly, and since I've done a few videos on the topic, let's talk about it.
Like a boss!
It was fucking awesome!
Oh yeah!
It didn't take itself too seriously. It felt like Flash Gordon, but it was awesome. Like, everything looked franchise appropriate, unlike the 1987 movie where it mostly took place on Earth because King Films did it and they had no budget.
Well, duh.
Yeah, it suffered from MCU-isms. All the characters they got their name from 10-year-old Prince Adam. And yeah, since it was a Mattel movie, they had to kind of like have it take place on Earth for a bit and then come here. Kind of like what they did with the Barbie movie. But
I'll repeat myself.
it was awesome. I liked it so much I actually bought the cup. But dude, Jared Leto was the best part of the movie. Yes, they race swap Man-at-Arms.
Nigga, please.
Appropriate that they cast Veronica for playing Tila.
But why?
Other than Marina Baccarin is playing the Sorceress, and you know the Sorceress is Tila's mom. And Man-at-Arms could be, you know, played by anyone. Because let's be real here, Tila's real dad is Fisto. And Fisto is supposed to be Man-at-Arms' brother. But obviously that's not...
Whatever.
Trapjaw looked awesome. They race swap fucking Triclops, but you don't really notice anything because he's barely in the movie. Beastman doesn't talk, and seeing Beastman versus Cringer was awesome. Alison Brie, she was no Meg Foster. Not by a long shot. Jared Leto's portrayal of Skeletor, yeah, he was very Filmation cartoon, not serious evil Keldor. And also, they didn't really hint that he was Keldor. If you know the lore, and I do, because I'm a nerd like that, Keldor is technically the rightful king of Eternia. He just got corrupted by Hordak, and the Havoc staff melted his face off. He's basically Scar for fucking Lion King. Oh, and the post-credit when we see She-Ra in front of the Fright Zone. Now, the movie did not do very well in the theaters, but I bet you money fucking probably kicked fucking Mandalorian's ass, so we called that out. I was hoping Mikey saw the theaters, but he's waiting for it to be on TV as well. And when he does, I can't wait to nerd out with him about it. So all in all, I give this movie a 8 out of 10. There's a few flaws, but I liked it. Anybody who thinks I'm being stupid and I'm my memory age, well, dude, this is my childhood, motherfucker, and I'm almost 50. I literally just turned 48, and since YouTube's been fucking me so bad, I wasn't able to put out a video for my birthday.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
On to the main reason I'm covering this video, and that is my comic review of Wrong Earth. Yes, I've been promising you the Watchmen saga, as well as the Squadron Supreme versus Watchmen, but this was an easier read. There's only 3 books in the series.
Wrong!
Make that 4 books because they have a one-shot special.
Everybody got that?
Danny Malk basically covered volume 1.
Written by Tom Payer, art by Jamal Igle, published by a comic book publisher called AHOY Comics. They are a brand new comic publisher that started publishing books in 2018.
So I'm not going to go into full detail, but let's tell you what the premise is. 2 radically different heroes must struggle to survive on each other's worlds, collecting the smash hit miniseries that launched AHOY Comics. On dark, greedy Earth Omega, mass vigilante Dragonfly punishes evil maniacs and evades corrupt authorities. On sun-splashed Earth Alpha, costume crook catcher Dragonfly Man upholds the letter of the law. Now they're trapped on each other's worlds, where even the good guys don't share their values. One thing I'll say I like a lot about Volume 1 is, after the first story is over, is all these tales from Wrong Earth, such as Stinger's stories, especially it's all drawn all like golden age and just looks like it's made from like pulp paper. And then I love the Dragonfly stories of just how dark and brooding that universe really is. I mean, we meet other villains such as Mama Cyber, who's like evil hacker who has enslaved young hackers, and she dies horribly. And then Silver Age art style with Dragonfly Man and Stinger, where they fight the evil NIMBY. And then we get more of just the dark and gritty Dragonfly stories, where he meets his version of Catwoman named Cracker, and she dies a horrible death because she's a mercenary. Volume 2, called Night and Day.
Wait a second.
Before you read the second book, you gotta read the one-shot special.
But why?
It literally picks up right where the first book left off, where Dragonfly is stuck on Alpha with Deuce and Stinger. Of course, they go through the magic mirrors and enter basically their version of the Archies, and how the Archies comics were always like Dragonfly's like therapy from his abusive dad, and just mayhem ensues. And what really works too is it literally ends with Deuce's costume change where she goes from Deuce to Lady Dragonfly Man. Other one-shots aren't really that important. Very important is basically takes place obviously before book 1. It shows you like in Earth Alpha versus Earth Omega, their approach to building a stadium and corruption. Both end with similar outcomes but different approaches to do it. One's obviously more positive, one's more negative, and well, it still ends up with a collapsing stadium.
The football season is over, Veronica.
Purple is set in an entirely different dimension where their version of Dragonfly or Dragon-Fly of Earth Kappa, and our Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man work as angel and devil on the shoulder as they fight their main villain, the musician, who kind of reminds me of my buddy who's on the cover of Lost Anarchy magazine, Charles Levi. It almost seems like they modeled it after him. So one shot, blah blah blah.
What's next?
Confidence Men, and that one's just kind of a psychological thriller. What the sidekicks had to deal with. Meet
Get on with it!
Volume 2, called Night and Day.
Oh, yeah!
2 alternate versions of the same masked hero meet face to face for the first time. That's the best part of the story because Volume 1 ends with a cliffhanger with we would see Earth Zeta in their version of number 1. Because, spoiler, both number 1s from Alpha and Omega die, so we meet the Earth Zeta one, who supposedly is the one who created the mirrors. And he's like a tech billionaire, and the one who's really behind it is Man Dragonfly. And he's just an evil villain for the most part. He's the cause of all of it. He's narcissistic. He loves Earth Omega because he can just be as corrupt as he wants. And just all that jazz. It's just also meet his version of Stinger named Night Sting, hence, you get that joke. Lady Dragonfly Man, no one takes seriously on Alpha because of casual sexism. And Volume 2 basically ends with Dragonfly and Dragonfly Man stuck on Earth Zeta while all the criminals on Earth Alpha have taken over the city. Volume 3, called Dead Ringers, will their vigilante violence infect the planet's innocent code-approved culture, and what happens when 2 heroes want to share Dragonfly Man's civilian identity, billionaire Richard Fame. The agonizing answer will shake Fortune City for its foundations. That's tricky because it starts off with all the criminals on Earth Alpha taking over the city. So the mayor, the bank president, and the chief of police have to team up and become their own superheroes, and they suck at it. So our heroes have all teamed up. They succeed. Now they're all stuck on Earth Alpha. Man Dragonfly, he ends up kidnapping Lady Dragonfly Man.
Meanwhile,
Dragonfly is not really enjoying this. He's getting just jaded and cynical. And well, that's basically it. The rest of the story kind of just drags a little bit. It's probably like a 9 out of 10. Before we get to anything, now to our new sponsor.
If you want to scream, come scream with me. Scream.
And added extra bonus, I recently just read and finished and gave to G for Energon Universe, G.I. Joe, the Dreadnoks War, which is really an awesome follow if you've read the Cobra Commander miniseries. But why? Because you know how Cobra Commander royally screwed over the Dreadnoks, and well, it's straight up fucking Mad Max. And the Dreadnoks kidnap Cobra Commander and Duke, and they have to work together to fight the Dreadnoks.
You'll be joining us soon. Bound the
And dude, Road Pig is fucking awesome. Straight up, my friend Edwin Kennel Cadaver.
I daydream every day about taking as many fucking lives as I fucking possibly can, okay?
We're not gonna play the game no more.
And what's really crazy too is the one who really, who kind of set it up, this betrayal of the whole thing, is Ripper, who now has to work for Cobra, has PTSD and wants revenge from Cobra Commander for, basically making him a slave. And Destro doesn't also wants to take over Cobra. So they kind of set up a way for Buzzer to ambush Cobra Commander, somewhere in the middle of it. What's really crazy is the big twist ending, that Colonel Hawk was actually Zartan the entire time. And I give that one 10 out of 10. There's nothing bad about it. It's exactly what you think would be.
Straight up Mad Max. G.I. Joe.
I'm done with this bullshit. You're not gonna watch this, but if you do like what you see here, comment, dislike, share it if you want. I go into more detail, but I'm just trolling you anyway. I mean, after all, you all can suck it.
Shout out to my patrons.